Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Tier 10 German heavy tank, the Maus. Yes, it's the big monster. And this one is on the south spawn of Mountain Pass, and it's under the command of pipjivko. Yes, you've just seen him in action, and here he is again. Well, he's got a 128mm gun, capable of 490 alpha, and this monster, well, it's only got a few weak spots. If you can get the shells in directly through the side, yes, it can be vulnerable, but only really can hit it between the tracks or directly on the front plate of the turret. Yes, the side cheeks, which are the vulnerable spots. So a mouse driver will try to avert his gun and from away from his target, and only turn the gun towards the target when he's ready to shoot. And it looks like pipjivko's decided he's not going to go with the main crowd. He's not going with the herd. He's actually going to go to the ice road. And that's a good choice because as he's a mouse, he should be able to hold that road all on his own. He probably won't need the help of anybody else, but of course he's got the Arty to back him up as well. This is a tier 10 game, but he's got a GWE100 and a 212A. Just in case the enemy does turn around that corner in mass. Now this is a replay from some time ago. It's a 1.0.2 update, so it's 2018, yep, and I reckon that puts it sometime during May, or I think it's May or June of that year. And looks like pipjivko's going to side scrape off this rock and hold the enemy at range, and that's probably a good choice as well, because if he tries to get too close to them, they could get around him and start shooting him in the rear. And he's got his first target, an E5. Didn't go through the armor this time. Reloading. Now the reload time is about 15 seconds. It's the same gun you'll find, or similar gun to the one you'll find on several of the other German tanks. Again, that time it just went into the tracks. So he got a critical hit out of it. Again, he's reloading. He's actually looking at the target, and he shouldn't be doing that. He gave the E5 an easy shot, and that shot went straight through the weak spots there. Yeah, you can see where that shot went in, directly on the weak spot. That was a bad choice, that was, but he's trying to do it at range now. Goes for the lower plate. It bounces off. E5s do have a particularly good eggshell type hull. Let's go for it again. That's better. Right through the drives, the wheels, and he gets a hit. But now he's got a 257 who's got very, very, very close indeed. Now lower plate on this thing is vulnerable. But instead, oh, he fires too late. Ricochets straight off the top upper plates. At the right angle, it will just bounce straight off. Here comes the E5. That time round he did get it through, and I think the angle was good because the shell was going down through the upper plates rather than bouncing off at the angle that it would ricochet. But he's going to have to pull back a bit, I think, to get this 257, who's now got very close to the rock, and he's trying to side scrape off it as well. Hopefully our teammates will... Yep, we've got a teammate coming back. A Progetto's decided to come back. It's the Progetto 46 though, the tier 8 one, and he's going to find it a bit difficult coping against these guys, but we'll keep going in the meantime. Fires one into the engine bay, but it doesn't hit. In fact, it ricochets off, and the Progetto's been wiped out by the E5. So this is going to be a ding-dong battle all about this rock, and hopefully our Arty chums, oh well, they've disappeared actually, they've flown the cope. One of them stayed behind the GWE100, but the 212A, he's decided to get the hell out of here because he knows he's in danger. The E5 pops up. He's got no shot at the actual tank itself, so he was aiming at the tracks. But if that 257 shows his rear again, oh, he's got it. There you go, the engine bay. And although he's got behind us now, technically, we can back up against the wall. And hopefully we'll be able to get around into him, take him out of the game. Yep, that's it. He's gone. Now he just needs to deal with the E5, and he's trying to turn, but he needs to back up against the wall so that the E5 can't get behind him. And oh, now he's bullying the guy. Go for the turret, the commander's turret. That's it. No problem with the commander's turret. You'll get through that, no problem at all. In fact, Arty's actually fired in and he's stunned us as well. And there he goes. He's been taken out of the game. And the kill for that one goes to the T10 who came back. Thank goodness for him. But you can see that pipjivko's still got most of his hit points. And down below we've got a Type 4 Heavy just around the corner. And he's being attacked by a T-54 lightweight. Now, I wouldn't advise going down there for the moment. There's a very large force of enemies on the western part side of the map. And more than likely, they're going to be coming this way very shortly. So, going down to deal with that Type 4 would leave us with the problem of climbing back up to towards the cap. And the 212A has decided to come back and fight it out with the GWE100 in attendance. He's relocating to a new firing position, so he was probably spotted by the E5. He just wants to make sure that he's well and truly covered. 212A. Oh, and the Type 4 Heavy's gone down, but now it's going to be pipjivko versus, well, 7 enemy tanks. There are 7 out there. And he's really the only one at this particular position, apart from a Wizzy 1201 GFT and a Strib. And the Strib just got taken out by their Reveille. So now pipjivko is going to have to go for it. The Reveille is full health, so this is going to be rather interesting. It's going to take more than a few shots to take down that Reveille. You don't want to go over that rise, that angle. Ideally, you want to be a bit flatter as you go round. Okay, I want to get on the flat ground because that way the ground actually acts as a bit of protection. T10's decided to come back. The Reveille has gone around the corner. The 110 is nearest, and he takes a round from our T10. Oh, and gets wiped out by pipjivko. Great shot, but now he's reloading, and the enemy has got a GWE100. In fact, he's got 2 Arty. He's got an M53, M55 as well. Now, the Reveille went back around the corner. We've got the Lurva up on the heights now. We lost the other tank destroyer we had up there, the Wizzy 1201 GFT. And a Scorpion G has managed to make it behind us. And he just got shotgunned by our Arty. The GWE100 just took out the Scorpion with a shotgun. Very well done to him. Now, Panther 2 just picked the... Yep, it's a nice vulnerable spot there on the sides, the cheeks of the turret. Okay, he's backing up to reload and ready to go. Now, how is he going to deal with this? Panther Thirst. Oh, it hit the wreck and bounced off. At least I think it hit the wreck and bounced off. If not, then it hit the Panther 2 and bounced off. But the Panther 2 is now no more. And we're loaded, but we're stunned by the enemy at the moment, by the Arty. It's 5 tanks versus 5 now. And we've got 2 hiding behind those wrecks. So now be a time for us to side scrape off the wrecks and deal with them, hiding our lower weak spots. And yep, we've bounced around from the 263. Stalin's Sandal going for the ISU first. He's out the game. Back in the garage. 263, well, he's a one-shot. Just need to put the shell in the right place, but he just took out our T10 with that monster gun he's got. Now, he's not going to like this because, yep, 449 low roll. Took him down to just 15 hit points, but he's trying to bully us and he can't. That's it, because now we've got him. We've pinned him, and he's going to go down to the next round. Oh, we fluffed the shot, unfortunately, pipjivko. And now the Reveille's turned up, so we've got more than one to deal with at the same time. We're trying to get that shell in. The lower plate's the weak spot on this one, but he fakes it. He takes it out with overwhelming that thing with an APCR round. Now he's got the Reveille's to deal with. Oh, this is going to be awkward because he's lost a lot of hit points to that Reveille's. And now he's trying to bully that guy as well. Pushing him about. Turning that turret. And the thing is, that turret does not turn that quickly. And the 105mm gun on the Reveille can penetrate the armor. Well, there's the end of that Reveille. But we've still got two Arty to deal with, and one of them has actually penetrated, at least it was a splash hit actually, 344 hit points. Okay, he's gathered himself. And he's now moving to go after the Arty. Now, if the Arty are smart, they will try and run. But the question is, which channel do they go down? This is a 3-channel map. The center channel's the bridge. The west channel, well, it's a longer route, but the safer channel, as far as the Arty might be concerned, is the ice road. Only problem is, they don't know that the GWE100 is going along that channel. Well, 212A is probably going to go the west channel, and one of them is then bound to meet the enemy. The question is which one and how many. If the enemy Arty are smart, they'll travel together, and that will give them the chance to get at least 2 shots on their opponent. pipjivko's down to 373 hit points. 2 of them could take him down. 2 of them with 2 shotguns could take him down. He's being cautious. Nobody up the road. So it's going to be the 212 or the GW who's going to actually find where the enemy's gone. Now, if they're silly, they'll go in different routes, and that means that they'll have a chance, an equal chance, to shotgun the enemy. And remember, the GWE100's already shotgunned and killed. Well, there's one of them. It's the M53, and he goes down to 1 shot. So they did go separate routes. And that's going to give these Artys a chance to shotgun and take out the opponents. The GWE100's happy. He shotgunned and killed a Scorpion earlier in the game. And here comes the next one. And it's the GW. Oh, he puts 1 round in for 306. And he gets hit and killed by the GWE100. Unfortunately, yes, his hit points were low enough for the GWE100 to take a kill, but he did get taken out. The GWE100 was taken out by the 212A. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this one. Well, it was the first class tanker for pipjivko in the mouse. He managed to get a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, he got 8 in that one, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. He picked up 2 epic medals, he got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that battle, and he also picked up a top gun for getting at least 6 kills, and yes, with the M53, M55, that was his top gun. And so let's have a look at the team scores, see where everyone stands. There you go, highest damage, 4,641 hit points of damage. The next high score was that GWE100, the one who killed him, 3,790 for him. Yes, he was firing a lot of shells at pipjivko, especially when he was fighting the Object 263 and the Reveille. And after that, it was the M4A1 Reveille with 3770. So he did a lot of work as well. When it came to kills, it was pipjivko who got the highest amount. He got 6 kills, 2/5 of the enemy team. The T10, the Object 263 and the Reveille all shared 3 kills apiece, 1/5 of the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, it was pipjivko again. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,231 base experience points, 948 went to the T10, and 735 went to the 212A, who got that kill right at the end, Mishka. And of course, mustn't forget the GWE100, who got that shotgun kill on the Scorpion. He managed to get 2,241 hit points, which is a decent score for any Arty. 1 shotgun kill on that Scorpion, 658 base XP. We can see pipjivko fired 22 rounds in that game, got 21 direct hits, that's good accuracy, 13 penetrations, damage of 4,641 hit points, all of it at close range, received 16 hits from the enemy, only 6 of which penetrated, 10 non-penetrations and 6 hits by way of splash damage. He blocked damage of 3,610 hit points in total, spotted 4 enemy vehicles, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 6, and did 1,508 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium account, he earned 85,116 credits, and he got compensation for damage done by the GWE. Yes, this was back before team damage was taken out of the game, and the GWE on his team fired at the enemy and accidentally damaged his vehicle in the process. So yes, he got some compensation. That brought his total to 86,645 credits, and there was no deductions, probably because he has enough spare shells. So yes, he walked away with that amount in credits. He received 1,847 XP times 3 on this occasion for the first battle of the day, first win of the day, and got 5,541 experience points altogether. So well done on your class 1 in the Steel Mouse. Yes, or Steel Muss as you call it. It was a very good game, and it was a pity that you got wiped out at the end, but it's probably better that they fired at you than at the one of your teammates, because one of your teammates was able to actually get a decent shot in to kill the GWE100 the moment he fired at you. And so you acted as a sort of like sacrificial goat, as a sitting duck target, which then obviously the Arties would try to shoot at, and in doing so they made themselves vulnerable to your teammates, which was a good way of ending the battle. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. Hit that little notification button, the bell. That way you get alerted when a new video comes out. And thank you for watching.